Your windows are
Hello.
looking very cheery today.
Yes,
They
nice
are.
looking ceiling.
There we
There
go.
she is.
How's this? You see, now you can't see him.
Nice.
Grayson, Grayson.
There you go.
Jason, hello.
There we
Jason.
are.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm not going to keep my voice on. Bye.
And you're all set, Margaret.
I don't see your record. Oh, there it is.
There it
Okay.
is. Yep.
So I got to do the wonderful checklist. I'm looking forward to the day when I don't have to read this checklist anymore. The copy has gotten a little blurred, and so I'm bringing it up and back and whatever. Anyhow, as chair of the Board of Selectmen, I find that due to the state of emergency declared by the governor as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic and in accordance with the governor's emergency order number 12, pursuant to Executive Order 2020-04, this public body is authorized to meet electronically. Please note that there is no physical location to observe and listen contemporaneously to this meeting, which was authorized pursuant to the governor's emergency order. However, in accordance with the emergency order, I am confirming that we are A, providing public access to the meeting by telephone with additional access possibilities by video or other electronic means. We are utilizing YouTube and Zoom for this electronic meeting. All members of the board have the ability to communicate contemporaneously during this meeting through this platform, and the public has access to contemporaneously listen and, if necessary, participate in this meeting through dialing the following phone number, 603-236-4730, or by clicking the following website address, www.watervillevalley.org, or text to 603-254-6708, or by raising their hand on Zoom, or by putting them in the chat box on Zoom. And B, we are providing public notice of this meeting information for accessing the meeting. We previously gave notice to the public of the necessary information for accessing the meeting, including how to access the meeting using Zoom or telephonically. Instructions have also been provided on the website of the town at www.watervillevalley.org. And C, we are providing a mechanism for the public to alert the public body during the meeting if there are problems with access. If anybody has a problem, please call 603-236-4730 or email at townofwv@watervillevalley.org. And D, we are adjourning the meeting if the public is unable to access the meeting. In the event the public is unable to access the meeting will be adjourned and rescheduled. Please note that all votes that are taken during this meeting shall be done by roll call vote. Let's start the meeting by taking roll call attendance. When each member states their presence, please also state whether there is anyone in the room with you during this meeting, which is required under the right to know law. And this is Margaret Turner. I'm chair of the Board of Selectmen, and there is nobody with me of a human nature in the room at this time.
Hey, everybody. Rich Rita here, vice chair, and I am alone.
Mike Aronson alone.
Okay, we all saw Mark's email this afternoon with the timeline. And so the purpose of this meeting is, Mark, you're muted.
Would you like me to share that, Margaret?
Yeah, sure. The one question I had, and I was hoping Marilyn was going to be here to answer this question. As a registered voter, is it okay for me to come inside on March 9th and vote on all three things?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
They
Okay.
they will have a copy of the alternative deliberative session ballot for the school
Uh-huh.
that you will be able to fill out in person.
Okay.
Yes,
So the drive-by thing is just that you have to provide drive-by, not that everybody has to use it.
that's correct.
Okay.
Likewise, if someone wants to vote on the town official ballot in their vehicle, we will utilize the absentee ballot process to let them do that. So someone does not have to do the drive-through voting for the school and then come inside anyway to do the official balloting. They can either
Okay.
do absentee ballot beforehand, or they can do absentee ballot on March 9th at the conference center.
And when they
Including
do
the
an
clock.
absentee ballot, they can do it right up until the close of voting?
That's correct.
Okay. All right.
That's the same as the provisions that were in place for the general election in November.
Okay. All righty. So does anybody have any questions on the timeline?
So just to highlight for you and make sure we're okay, we will do a bond and budget public presentation virtually on February 10th at 5:30. That does not need to be in person because the statutory hearing is down here at number 3, right? Where this
Yeah.
will be in person. Now, whether we do that at the conference center or the gym will all depend on where we are with vaccinations and the pandemic, but we will do it in the largest in-person gathering space that we have so that we can spread everybody out. All right. And then,
Mark, under 2, shouldn't, now, since there are 3 ballots, shouldn't that be the town official ballot, the school official ballot, and the school district alternative deliberative session?
no, because the town official ballot includes the school.
Okay.
Oh, will you have another one, Sharon? Yeah,
There is
so-
a school ballot, a school official ballot. There is a school or a town official ballot. They're 2 separate pieces of paper.
Yeah, I will put /school. It's what we do at the polling place, but yes,
Right.
yes, I will add the word school here.
Yeah, I was just recalling that Marilyn said there were 3 ballots, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
why I was asking that question.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll have to be a 3 ballots. The town
Yeah.
ballot's gonna have to have an alternative, affidavit envelope and all that process
Right.
as an absentee
If they
ballot,
want, if
If
they
they-
want to.
if
Yeah.
they want to, right?
And then what we would anticipate is March 24th is your regular selectmen's meeting, second selectmen's meeting of the month of March.
Okay.
So following this public hearing, you'll finalize the warrant, okay? And actually vote on it, and then we'll send the warrant, the finalized warrant to the printers with the rest of the annual report on March 26th.
Okay.
And then we'll have hopefully the town report available the week of April 12th. And then the town deliberative session will be in person at the conference center tent.
Mark, may I ask a question? This is Rich.
Sure.
On item 3, will that just be in person, or will there be a Zoom portion of that as well?
We can provide a Zoom portion as necessary. It will have to have an in-person component.
I understand.
Yeah.
Just wonder if there were still people and,
Yeah, we're gonna
and Mark-
try, we will try to do that. And make that as accessible as possible. But
Good,
as I
great.
wrote down here in the other coordination, we can have as many
I see it.
virtual or in-person public discussions as we want. And actually having this extra 2 months is going to give us additional time to do that.
Okay, Mark, you also should mention to the selectmen, you did have a conversation today with Joe.
Yes, I spoke with Joe and he's going to give you, for the next meeting, for the February 10th meeting, we're gonna have a document from him of work that he is going to continue to do during this interim period, so that we lose as little planning time as possible, waiting for the
Approval.
vote on the warrant article. So I'll have that document for you, but he says there are tasks that we can continue to do in the interim that'll help us stay on track with that timeline. One of the other big things that he has offered as a service to us is marketing and public relations. With a project this size, they have a component in their firm that provides media stories and they actually set up Facebook pages for these large projects in other towns. And they do it partially for their marketing benefit. So there's no cost for some of these services that they provide. One of the things that he's talking about getting together, I don't know if we can have it done by the February meeting, but at least before the March hearings, we can do a video synopsis of our existing system. So we can take the voters all the way through, from collection, through the plant, through all the treatment processes, and then to the effluent. So we can show them how the current system works, and it will help give a better idea of what we're talking about. So
I think that might give too much information. I think, the reality is we are faced with a new set of permits where our system is not allowed under it.
well, I mean, we're not talking a 14-minute thing. We're talking a 3-minute.
Yeah, no,
summary.
I get it. It's fine if you guys want to do it and it doesn't cost us stuff. I think it's just going to open up more questions that a lot of us can't answer.
Okay.
Anyone else
The one
see that?
thing that I think would be useful though is, we keep talking about what deplorable shape some of our equipment
Mhm.
is in. It
Mhm.
might be good to have some pictures.
Yeah.
Of the rusted out equipment that we're using at the moment, or something
Mhm.
like that, a visual that
Great
shows
idea.
people.
Yeah, but then we have to explain, how did we let it get this rusted? No, seriously.
It's called chlorine gas. I mean, we're going to be explaining that anyway. So
No,
yeah.
I get it. It's just that we're dumping so much money into the public right now in this one time, where someone can make the case, where if you saw this stuff going this way, how come, we didn't address it in smaller increments earlier? That's a concern I've heard from people already. So
Well,
let's talk about it a little bit more.
yeah, we have.
Yeah, and we can, if we had to, we could also talk about all the things we have done in smaller increments over the years, because there's been a ton of them,
Yeah,
including all those repairs we did this past summer.
that's right. And even before that, we have taken the roof off of that building and replaced equipment and everything else. So there's quite a bit that we have done. But I understand what you're saying, Mike, and it's a balancing act between
Yeah.
legality and making the repairs that you need to make. So we can do that as part of the presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as we've covered everything, are you all okay with the March timeframe and all of that?
Looked good to me.
And Mark, thanks for putting the effort into getting this into a workable order. This has been tough on everybody. And
Yeah.
Hello,
We're gonna.
this is Cindy. I have a
Yes.
question.
Yes, Cindy.
Mark, are you going to put out that time frame for the town meeting ahead of time so people know?
Yeah,
That's why we're,
We're-
that's why we're meeting tonight. It's gonna go out.
Okay, okay.
right.
Are
And
you
we're
gonna
gonna,
mail them in the water bill or whatever?
we're gonna, every way that we can, email and
Okay.
town website and Facebook, and we're gonna talk about it on the Tuesday meetings, everything. Yep.
Okay, that's my only question.
Yep.
Bye.
Hi,
Bye.
okay.
So,
Well, if we don't have any other business, we can quickly adjourn this meeting. Does anybody have anything else, questions or comments?
can I just
Yeah,
ask
Mark.
one question? As far as the continuing to work with Hoyle Tanner. So you did those interviews with the different engineering firms when we selected HEB to do the roads, and then we selected Hoyle Tanner to do the general engineering work and the water and sewer work. Are we, right now, the way I've been handling it is we have a general engineering contract with Hoyle Tanner. And I have been adding tasks as we go, as far as like for the water project is a separate task. For the hydrogeologic work that we did this past fall to get where we are with the wastewater treatment plant and those sorts of things, those have been separate tasks under that general engineering contract. Are you envisioning, does anybody have any problems continuing to work with Hoyle Tanner?
Not on those projects specifically. They have the background in those things. I
Okay.
thought
Yeah.
we were using HEB for the roads. I
Right,
don't think we're using Hoyle Tanner for any of the road work.
no, we're
Okay,
not.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
you-
I
you're
am
okay.
too. I think that is the decision that we made last year, that we
Okay.
wanted to continue to use the experienced people that we had on our water and water sewer projects.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we weren't gonna go through another RFQ process for engineering work, because this is such a large project. You know, I really don't wanna start over again if we don't have to with
No.
new people. So
Right.
I just wanted to clarify that now.
I'm
Okay.
good too. This is Rich.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, that's all I have.
Joan, I see you're here. Do you have any questions?
You're muted. Yep,
Well,
there we go.
no,
We hear that perhaps you can be available for our May 10th meeting.
yes. And
Okay,
what I told Mike was I don't know Robert's rules. I'm not going to learn them for this, and you'll take me the way I am, and I will tell people that when I stand up there, and
absolutely.
that's what it is. So
That's exactly what we want our moderator to do. You can have Jones rules.
that's right.
Yes,
And bring a
absolutely.
ruler.
That's
Yeah.
what Marilyn has done every year.
Yep.
We
Yep.
appreciate it, Joan. You were the
Yeah.
first person that we thought of when we heard that maybe Marilyn might not be here. So we really appreciate your being available.
Aren't I lucky?
As are the rest of us, you know?
Should have ducked.
Yeah.
We will, we'll send you this timeline, Joan, and be talking to you soon.
Okay. I do have a copy of it.
You do? Okay, good.
Yep.
All right.
Thank
Okay,
you.
great. All right, can I have a motion to adjourn?
This is Rich. I will make such a motion.
Mike will second.
All right, all those in favor, Margaret, aye.
Rich, I.
Mike, aye.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have we stopped recording? Because I don't see the recording light on.
It is.
We're on
No,
YouTube.
it's
still
on.
recording. Hold
All
on.
right.